Sorry, Max, could you just explain a little bit what the program is about that you're going to do after this?
Sure. Reach Out and Reinforce Respect is a program that Marissa Bast, a softball player here, started a couple years ago. She had a vision where she wanted to have an impact on the lives of students that were being bullied. The Reach Out and Reinforce Respect concept is going to elementary and middle schools, and not only promoting this idea of anti-bullying, but promoting random acts of kindness. And so, bullying is a huge problem in schools today, elementary, middle school levels. I think there's something like 76% of all students report that they are aware of bullying happening in their school. And so it's just an opportunity for student athletes to get out into the community and try and be leaders in an area that definitely could have some improvement.
Max, what happened? Why was Iowa so successful running on Saturday?
I think that it just gets down to our fundamentals in attack. I think that the coaches provided a great plan for us, but as players, I think that we just need to execute better at times. Just shedding, getting off blocks, making plays. Coach Fitz alluded to that earlier. I think just executing our fundamentals and technique.
Max, this week in practice, what are you guys going to have to do to get that run defense back where it was against Stanford, against Duke in the early parts of the season?
I don't think we need to do anything extraordinary. I mean, we just need to do our fundamentals really well. Attention to detail, making sure we're mashing our up foot, we're attacking the line of scrimmage, keeping our hands inside, just trying to be the best attack that we can be out there. Go Cats. See you guys.
All right, we'll go right in. Questions for Dan and Keith now. Thank you.
Keith, starting for Matt, what was that experience like? How do you feel you played filling in for him?
It was a pretty good experience. The coaches trusted me to put me out there, and I feel like I could have did better. Some plays should have made, missed a couple tackles here and there, but overall I think I did pretty well. But always be ready for improvement.
Did it feel like at times they were targeting you specifically? It looked like on several big plays they were going to your side of the field. Was that just kind of the route combinations, or did it feel like they were coming your way?
Not really. I don't really think they was targeting me. Well, possibly, yeah. A couple of times they did a couple one-on-ones, and I think I did pretty good. I came up, made some tackles, and they did hit me on one post-corner route, which was a pretty good route by the receiver. But, when opportunities are made, I have to make them. So next time I'll be ready.
Keith, is it hard to go playing outside to inside in the same game because you played outside corner and then moved into nickelback every once in a while? Is that a hard adjustment to make on the fly?
That's not hard at all. Just got to cover my man and get the job done.
Dan, do you guys think that to get back to where you guys were the first 5 weeks, it's more of a physical, just making plays kind of thing, or is it a mentality thing for you guys, a confidence thing maybe?
It's a little bit of both. I think definitely, Coach Fitz alluded to it, everybody's beat up at this point in the season. So, you got to do everything in your power to get your body back and, get in the cold tubs, get treatment, whatever it is. But, yeah, from a mental standpoint, our leadership council brought everybody in this morning. We kind of talked about it before. We just got to regroup, refocus, and recommit, to what we were doing earlier on in the season, and we'll be fine.
He said he asked you guys, explain to me where we're at and where we need to go. What did you guys say to him when he asked you that?
That was basically what I just said. The most important thing right now is not to separate. It's just that we come together, refocus, and just recommit to, everything that we had that we established during the spring and summer workouts. Everything we put together then, just bring that back, back to the front of our team and, just move forward from there. That's all we can do now. Keep our attitude where it's been and bring everything that we've done at practice to the football field on Saturdays.
Dan, do you think this October thing about you guys losing is kind of overplayed? you guys did play 2 ranked teams in the middle of October. Do you think people maybe make too big a deal out of that?
Yeah, just on a personal level, I think it's brought up a little too much. I mean, obviously the stats show that we're not very good in October, but that's also when Big Ten play is starting. That's the hard part of the season. That's why we all come here, is to play Big Ten football. So nobody said it's ever going to be easy, and that's kind of when you get your first taste of it. So, in my opinion, it's a little skewed, but still, I mean, the stats show it. So, we definitely need to be better in October.
Offensively, what do you see as the biggest difference from the first 5 games to these last 2?
Well, I mean, I think these last 2 games have just been a lot of self-inflicted wounds that we didn't have in the earlier part of the season. Penalties, turnovers, and just drop balls, one-man breakdowns. That's something that we didn't have that much of in the beginning of the season. Also, I think, one thing is we can't expect the defense to always bail us out. We can't play not to lose. We got to play to win and dominate. And that's something that we just need to get back to.
Swagger that had early in the season, or is some of that been lost after turning so many points?
No, I think we still have our swag. Like I said, we just have to go out there and make plays when they need to be made, and that's pretty much it. I don't think we're gonna ever lose our swag.
Dan, you guys got things going there on offense at the end of the first half. That first drive of the second half, I know there was kind of the fumbled exchange. But as it went forward, did something change there? Did Iowa change up anything they were doing?
Oh, no, they didn't do anything different. I think, like Coach Fitz said, it's tough when we got to go 2-minute mentality with 6 minutes left in the third quarter. Because then when you do go 3 and out and things don't work out, you got to throw the ball. It puts these guys back in a bad situation. They're on the field a lot, so it's just tough when you have to do that. So unfortunately, we shot ourselves in the foot and put ourselves in a bad situation. So. Can't have those self-inflicted wounds.